Are you ready to get decluttered for the holidays? Because I know I am. I'm going to guide you through a one-day holiday declutter so you can experience less stress for the holidays. Make sure to check out the free printable checklist that goes along with this video in the description box. I'm so excited for this challenge. I'm gonna do it with you, so let's get to it.
Really quick declutter.
This is a quick declutter of these items. You can always do a more thorough declutter after Christmas or in the new year, and I will have a video to guide you through that in the new year. But right now, it's a quick declutter, so if you get stuck on anything or you're not sure, it's a maybe item, just put it in a maybe pile or maybe a maybe section in your house so that you can come back to that in the new year. For the items that you decide to get rid of, I suggest donating them or recycling if they aren't able to be donated. If you really want to sell something, make sure you have a good talk with yourself and figure out, are you actually going to sell the item? Because the whole purpose of this is to create less stress for the holidays, not more stress. So if you want to sell it and make a little extra cash for the holidays, that's great. Just make sure you do it right away. Otherwise, don't feel bad. Go ahead and donate and or recycle. I recommend having these as you declutter. So have a box for donate, have a bag for recycling. Caleb has a bag for trash, and then try and have a tote bag or a bag like this. I'll link this below, or just something that you can put the items that you come across that don't belong in that place. So you're still keeping them. These are just what you need to move around the house and put away. Halloween decorations. You're going to declutter your Halloween decorations, and if there are any Halloween decorations you didn't decorate with this past year, then you probably aren't going to use them next year. If you still really love it though, then ask yourself if you're going to use it next year, and if you don't use it next year, donate it then. Halloween costumes. Go through your Halloween costumes and figure out which ones you want to donate. If they're your kids' costumes, like my son, he loves to play dress up in his Halloween costume. So he actually has quite a few of his old Halloween costumes, and he still uses them regularly. So for me, that's fine because they're being used, but as soon as they stop being used, or it gets to the next season and it's Halloween time, if they're not using them anymore, then it's a great time to donate them so that other kids can use them for Halloween. If it's an adult costume, if you don't love it and you're not going to use it next year, then just donate it or sell it, because it's one of those things that you're probably not going to ever use it again. Fall decorations. If you have fall decorations and you have any that you didn't decorate with this past year, it's probably time to let them go and donate them. If you really love it though and you think you're going to use it next year, go ahead and keep it, but if you don't use it next year, donate it then. Christmas decorations. I want you to go through your Christmas decorations and declutter them. Now is such a good time to donate or sell any Christmas decorations that you don't love, want, need, or don't really want to use anymore, because other people have Christmas decorations they need and are going to want to get. So they'll go to such good use. So go through your Christmas decorations and see if there are any that you don't want to use this year and donate them. If you've already decorated and you didn't decorate with them, it's probably time to let them go. If there's something you really love and you think you're going to use next year, you can hang on to it. But if you don't use it to decorate next Christmas season, donate it then in the Christmas season when other people can use it. Do you have any Christmas decorations that are kind of a maybe? Maybe you feel like you love them, but you didn't use them last year. You're not sure about them. If that's the case, decorate with them this year and evaluate throughout the season. So if you find that you're loving them, great, keep them. If you're like, I don't know if I really like this anymore, I'm not sure, I'm not loving it, donate it during the holiday season when other people can buy it and get good use out of it. Christmas pajamas. Declutter your Christmas pajamas, your kids' Christmas pajamas, and even your spouse's if you have one. Ask yourself, do you love them? Will you wear them? Do they still fit? Especially if you have kids. I know my son outgrew all of his Christmas pajamas last year, so anything we get for him is going to be new. We already actually sold them last year, but I need to check and see if my husband and I are going to wear the ones that we still have because they still fit us, and we want to get new matching Christmas pajamas. And my husband is shaking his head yes, so I think he wants to keep them. So I'm guessing we're gonna keep ours, maybe get Caleb a new pair, and we'll probably end up having a whole new set of matching pajamas too. Well, I know we will, because we're gonna get those. Coat closet, shoe rack, coat rack, go through and donate. Seriously, this can get really packed. And I was so happy I did this recently. I went through and got some new things. I actually got this new shoe rack, which I absolutely love, and it has a specific place for each of our shoes, and it has made my life and our family's life so much easier, and I just love using it every day. I don't know what it is. I didn't expect that. I always was wanting to get a shoe rack for there. We even had our shoes in specific places before that, but this makes it so much nicer. I love it, and it will be linked down below because I highly recommend it. And coats, you probably have so many of them, okay? You need to go through, and especially if you have kids, do they still fit them? Because if not, now is the time to donate those jackets, especially winter jackets, any kind of jackets, because kids will need them, families will need them. So go through those, and do you have jackets you don't wear anymore? Anything that you don't like? Go through those winter gear. Just really go through that area, because that will make it so much easier when you're in a rush during the holidays and you're trying to get out the door, and everything has a place. All your jackets have a place, all your shoes have a place. It will make your life less stressful for the holidays, and that's what I want for you. Kitchen. Go through your kitchen and declutter. Now, I'm especially talking about flat surfaces because those can be insane. I have spent so many years trying to clear flat surfaces, especially the kitchen, because we sometimes joke about that we can't be allowed to have a flat surface in our kitchen, but we've actually been doing pretty well right now, which I'll be sharing those tips that have been helping in upcoming videos. Clear those flat surfaces, look at your flat surfaces, and see if you have any appliances that you do not use every day. Because most of the time, if you have an appliance on a flat surface that you don't use every day, you don't need it on that flat surface. If it's something that you use pretty often or week to week, month to month, you think you're gonna use it again like this year, that's okay to keep it, but maybe find another place for it that's not on the counter. And go through, make quick decisions. Are there appliances you don't use anymore? Are there appliances you don't want anymore? And then you can even go into some drawers. Again, I'm talking super quick decisions here. Do you have duplicates of things? Do you not use this item anymore? Do you not like that item? Does it not work well for you? Make really quick decisions. And even if you just get a few items out, it can still make a big difference in your overall tidiness for the holidays. Glasses and mugs. Go through your glasses and mugs and declutter them. This is something that so many people end up collecting tons of, and sometimes you have lots of different types of them and they're mismatched. You might be having relatives visit or friends visit, people visiting for the holidays. So it's a really nice time to maybe make sure you have some matching glasses or you have enough of what you're gonna need. So go through those, and I actually did this recently when our in-laws were visiting, and I got us new glasses and mugs, and I love it. It is so nice to use them now, and they actually commented on how nice they were, and so it's just a really nice thing to do if you're gonna be having visitors and you need a little refresh there. Pantry. Go through your pantry and go through those cooking and baking supplies and declutter them. The main things you're looking for here is, are they expired? Do you use them anymore? If you don't use them anymore or they're expired, get rid of them. If you don't use them and they're still in date and you don't think you're gonna use them, you can donate them to a homeless shelter or something like that, and they can go to good use. Laundry room. Go through your laundry room and declutter, especially declutter those flat surfaces because they can be a nightmare. I know they build up and build up, especially if you don't have a top loader. We have front loaders and that top surface can get packed. So go through that real quickly. Again, this is all about quick decisions. Do you have any empty bottles in there? Do you have any products that you don't use anymore? Any detergents that you're not going to use? You don't like them. They didn't work well. Stain removers, things like that. Are there any items on top of your washing machines that need to be washed? Clothes that I need to mend, and a couple of things I'm still working to get stains out of. I want you to have a less stressful holiday season, and laundry is something that everyone has to deal with. So do this so that your laundry and your day-to-day tasks can be a little bit easier and less stressful for the holidays. So much better. Towels. Go through your towels and declutter them real quick. I'm talking hand towels and bath towels, but especially hand towels. For the holidays, you're more likely to have some visitors, and if that's the case, you don't want some grubby, dingy hand towel that you put out, because I just did this recently. Our in-laws were in town, and the first day we had our hand towel, and I didn't realize until right before they arrived, I'm like, we really need some new hand towels. So we got some while they were visiting, and I am so glad we did that. I'm not saying you need perfect hand towels. If you can't afford that right now, it's not a big deal. But if you want to do a refresh, it can be a really nice thing to do, and it can make a big difference in your house, especially when you have visitors. And it might just mean like one new one for a bathroom, or two for a bathroom. Yeah. Books. Go through your books and declutter them. Now I'm talking a super quick declutter for the holidays. Look at your bookshelves. Don't take all your books off. No, I'm not talking some big mess. Just look through them. Are there certain books that have caught your eye recently as you've been walking past your bookshelf and you're like, I don't read that book, or I've not read that book, or I don't want to read that book again, or I don't think I'm going to finish that book. Those really quick choices, those books that are really fast to go through, those are the ones to declutter. Even if it's only one or two or a few, go through and get rid of those that you really aren't going to read. Games and board games. Go through your games and board games and declutter them. If you're anything like me, you've probably not done this for a while, and honestly, there's something that I feel like kind of go in phases, but if they're missing pieces or you've not played it in like a year or two, especially like 2 years or longer, you probably aren't going to use them. And ask yourself, do you really love this game still? Do you enjoy playing this? Are you going to want to play it again? It's okay to donate those, and especially right now, I know we tend to play a lot more board games in the holiday season, so it's a great time to go through those and you kind of get reminded of what you have and what you like. And also, it's probably a really good time to donate some board games because other families might like to get some new ones for the holidays. Clothes. Go through your clothes and declutter them. Now, I'm not talking a huge declutter right now before the holidays. Don't take everything out and make a huge mess. No, I'm talking about what are those kind of quick decisions that you can make? What are those items that you kind of keep seeing, not wearing, and you're like, I don't know if I really love that anymore. And grab those. You know, if you're like, I really don't like this anymore, I really don't wear this anymore, ask yourself these quick questions. Again, if it's a maybe, you can always hold off on this, but ask yourself, do you love it? Does it bring you joy, as Marie Kondo says? Do you wear it? Do you need it? Do you think you're gonna wear it? And go from there. Like I said, this is all about quick decisions. Don't spend a huge amount of time going through your complete wardrobe. And these are all maybes from the last time I decluttered. So if you have maybes and you're decluttering again, you didn't get rid of them last time, you really didn't wear them, or you don't really like them that much anymore, it's time to go. So I'm going to get rid of these maybes. Now remember, it's all about quick decisions. You don't have to take a long time with this. These were pretty quick, easy decisions for me. And some of them I've been thinking about for a long time, and I am pretty used to decluttering my clothes because I've had to do it a lot for my job. So, you know, if it takes a little longer, you know, it might not look like as much as this, and that's totally fine. The more you do it, the better you'll get at it. This clothes rack makes decluttering your clothes so simple and easy. I always use it when I'm decluttering my closet. It's also really handy for hanging up clean laundry. And I just love that it has 2 rods so you can hang so many clothes from it. It also pulls out on both sides so you can add even more. And it rolls and folds down, although you do have to take it apart, but it's really easy to take apart and put together. Handbags. Go through your handbags and declutter. Now we're talking a quick declutter, so which ones are you not using? Which ones do you not really like anymore? Is there something that is looking a little bit old or faded, or it's not gonna clean well, or the metal is discolored and it's not going to turn back? What are those quick decisions you can make, and declutter them now? If you're enjoying this video, please like it. And if you haven't already, I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. Shoes. Go through your shoes and declutter them. Now make quick decisions before the holidays. Are there shoes that you've not worn in a year? Do you think you're gonna wear them this season? If it's really winter or fall weather, it's getting pretty cold. Even in San Diego here, it's getting cold. So are you going to wear those sandals again when it gets warmer? Or if it is gonna warm up where you are, will you actually wear those? And if not, declutter some of those shoes. Time to let these go. They are so worn. I absolutely love them, but if I want to keep wearing them, I need to replace them. Accessories. Go through your accessories and declutter them. I'm talking jewelry, scarves, belts, hats. Go through them and make quick decisions. Are there any items that you've been kind of iffy about, you've not worn in a really long time? Maybe it's jewelry that's tarnished and you're not going to be able to get it looking good again. Maybe there's items that you really don't like wearing anymore. Go through and donate those items. I've not gone through my jewelry in forever. These are broken. Pajamas. Declutter your pajamas. Go through and ask yourself, do you wear them? Do you love them still? Do they fit well? Are they comfortable? Because I know sometimes pajamas aren't all that comfortable, which is kind of ridiculous because they're supposed to be something you lounge in and sleep in. So ask yourself those questions. If they don't fit any of those questions, then go ahead and donate them. Socks, underwear, and more. Go through those and declutter them. Do they have holes? Are they looking super old and yucky? Are they just super uncomfortable? Because I don't know what it is about like socks and underwear, but sometimes they can be ridiculously uncomfortable. So get rid of them. Now I understand if if you only have a certain amount of pairs and you need them and you don't have the money right now, okay, just keep that in mind and maybe use some of your Christmas money to get some new ones, maybe declutter them after Christmas or when you do have the money. But if not, and if you have more than enough, because most people have way more than they need, and if that's the case, just throw them away or recycle them or donate them if they're like really good condition, you've hardly worn them. Otherwise, I don't typically donate underwear and socks, so yeah. A sock that doesn't have a match, make sure you get rid of those if it's not had a match for a long time. That one has not. And some period underwear that I tried but was never comfortable, so I'm going to get rid of those. Kids' clothes. Go through your kids' clothes and shoes and decide if there's anything that doesn't fit anymore. Do you like it? Do you love it still?
No.
Okay, you ready to get rid? Okay.
I'll take the hanger out.
Thank you. Is there anything that's stained, faded, has holes, don't like anymore? It's time to donate them. You don't need all those extra clothes. They don't need all those extra clothes. And they might be getting gifted clothes for the holidays. So it's a great time to go through and make some quick decisions. Remember to especially go through things that are past seasons like spring and summer clothes. If you're not in an area where it's going to be warm until next spring or summer, then see if they're even gonna fit in those next year. If they're really on the verge already, it's probably time to go ahead and donate those. Kids' toys. Go through your kids' toys and declutter some, especially before the holiday season. Now, I recommend doing this with your kids. I like to do this with my son. I don't feel comfortable decluttering things without his permission or getting rid of something without his permission.
I had this fire truck a while ago. I have this one that broke.
Yeah, it did break, didn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But it is okay to guide your kids. You can say, I don't think you've been using this very much anymore. I've noticed you maybe don't like this as much anymore. Are you ready to get rid of it? Or maybe make a pile and have them go through it. Let them know they're gonna be getting new things for the holidays. So now is the time to get rid of toys and get rid of things so that they have room for the new things that they're gonna get for the Christmas season. Makeup. Go through your makeup and declutter it. Make some quick decisions. Put aside the items that you wear all the time because I know you have those. If you're anything like me, you wear most of the same items day after day. Put those aside, the items that you wear all the time. And then if there are things that you've not used it in so long. I mean, if you've not used it in a year or years, it's probably expired anyway because makeup does expire, and check out my short video on makeup expiry dates if you haven't already, but it's time to let go. There's gonna be so many colors that you just maybe didn't like that much, and that's okay. It happens. That's part of makeup, is experimenting, and you're gonna find things that don't work. So donate it. Well, actually don't donate it unless it's not open, it's not expired. Otherwise, that's something that unfortunately you're gonna have to throw away unless there's a recycling program that you know of. Skincare. Go through your skincare and declutter items that you've not been using, or maybe you tried it and you really don't like it, you're not gonna use it. Make some quick decisions. I'm not talking, these maybe items that you really kind of like, but you're not totally sure. No, make quick decisions. And if it's something that you know you're not gonna use, it's not expired, it's still in its packaging, you can donate it, possibly sell it, but donate it now so that it can actually be used before it expires. Donation items and items to sell. Go through them and do it right now. No, I'm serious. If you have items to donate, put them in your trunk right now and donate them the next day. This is so important. You do not want more stress over the holidays. The whole point of this is to get less stress over the holidays. But I'm not just talking about the items you've put aside to donate today. I'm talking about items that have been around your house, maybe in your garage, maybe random rooms, maybe your closet that you've had set aside in boxes or random places to donate. Donate them, okay? Do it, do it, do it. If you have items to sell, because you might have some, I know we've had some, I like to have a little shelf in our garage. It's just one part of a shelf, actually. It's not like a whole tall shelf, no, just one part that's for our items to sell. And I like to try and put a date on it, like we have to sell it by a certain time. Now this is a newer thing because we've been kind of bad about selling items in the past. So just, are you going to actually sell it? Because if you aren't going to sell it, or it's just too stressful for you to deal with selling it over the holidays, that's okay. Donate it, and donate it right away. Make a list. Check it twice. No, I'm just kidding. My husband threw that out there at me. Okay, so no, make a list, and I forgot what I'm saying, but let's see, here we go. Okay, so yeah, make a list and write down what you need or you need to get, and make a Christmas wish list as well. There might be a lot of items that you've come across while doing this declutter, or if you haven't done it yet, that you're going to come across while you do the declutter, that you're like, oh, this would be a great item to ask for Christmas, because people probably are gonna ask you, what would you like for Christmas? And you can say, oh, hey, yeah, here. Or you could even give them a list and let them choose from it. And that's a really helpful thing. And there might be certain items that you're not gonna get right away that you just need to put on your need to get at some point list. So make a list while you're doing this process, because it'll make things a lot easier. It feels so good to have less clutter for the holidays, and I hope you get to experience this too if you join me in this. If you haven't already, make sure to grab the free printable checklist that goes along with this video. It's linked in the description, and I'll see you in my next video.